Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, Anthony Pettis versus Benson Henderson trilogy to headline Karate Combat 43. Additionally, Jon Jones Injured, Sergei Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall set for interim heavyweight title at UFC 295. Lastly, Islam Makhachev reacts after failing to top pound-for-pound rankings after UFC 294 win. The Anthony Pettis versus Benson Henderson trilogy is set. However, this time the former UFC champions will collide under Karate Combat rules. Promotion officials confirmed to MMA Fighting that Pettis and Henderson have verbally agreed to headline Karate Combat 43 in a 170-pound match on December 15th in Las Vegas. Karate Combat officials revealed that the company is in talks with former UFC champions Jose Aldo, Luke Rockhold, and Lyoto Machida for potential matches in the pit, as well as Michael Page and Darren Till. Jon Jones has suffered an injury and will no longer be competing at UFC 295. The new co-main event will be Sergei Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. That news comes courtesy of UFC CEO Dana White, who announced the following information on Twitter.
What's up, everybody? Here we are again. You know, Jon Jones was training last night, got injured. He was wrestling, and he tore the tendon that connects your pec to the bone, off the bone. 8 months, gonna need surgery. He's out. So, the main event is Prohaska versus Pereira. The co-main event now is Pavlovich versus Aspinall for the interim heavyweight championship.
Jon Jones was slated to defend his heavyweight title against former division champion Stipe Miocic in the headliner of next month's pay-per-view event at Madison Square Garden. Unfortunately for fight fans, that highly anticipated matchup will have to wait. The good news is that Sergei Pavlovich and Tom Aspinall have agreed to fight on short notice, with the lure of interim heavyweight gold going to the winner. A handful of fighters have reacted to the news that Jon Jones is injured and will not be able to compete at UFC 295. They took to Twitter and wrote the following: "Damn more craziness. Wishing you a speedy recovery, champ. I volunteer as tribute. Obviously wish Johnny Bones all the best in recovery. Any word why Stipe wasn't included in the interim versus one of the other two? Tom Aspinall stepping in for Jon Jones but isn't even going to fight Stipe. Aspinall and Pavlovich for the fake title. This sucks. I was excited to see Jon Jones destroy Stipe. Islam Makhachev doesn't get how he isn't atop the pound-for-pound rankings. Back in February, Alexander Volkanovski was the top pound-for-pound fighter, while Islam Makhachev was ranked second. When they fought, it was Makhachev who won, but Volkanovski remained atop the list. Then, after Jon Jones returned and won the heavyweight title, he reclaimed the top spot. Since then, Islam Makhachev scored a first-round knockout win over Alexander Volkanovski in their rematch at UFC 294 on Saturday. After the victory, he called to be the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world, but when the new rankings came out, Jones still remained atop the list, which was frustrating for Makhachev. When asked about the pound-for-pound rankings, Islam said the following: "I have already said at the press conference who makes these rankings. What do they do it for? I have no clue. I beat the pound-for-pound king before. They didn't put me as number one. So now I am not surprised they did it this way again. Maybe that's because Jones is fighting soon, so they want to promote his fight. I don't understand what else I should do to get the number one spot other than beat who was number one." Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.